Today's topic is styloid apparatus. What is styloid apparatus? The styloid process along with the structures attached to it form the styloid apparatus are known as the styloid apparatus. This styloid process provide attachment to the three muscles. The muscles, these are the one, second and the third. The first muscles, it is the styloglossus. This is the styloglossus. Then the second, it is the stylohyoid. And the third, that is the stylophalanges. Means this styloid process provide attachment to these three muscles, and it is the two ligaments, that is the fourth and the fifth. It is the stylomandibular ligament. And the fifth, it is the stylohyoid ligament. These five structures are attached on this styloid process, and this combinedly known as the styloid apparatus. These elongated structures attached to the styloid process resemble or give appearance of reins of chariot, out of which these two reins, that is the ligaments, are non-adjustable, while the three reins, that are the muscles, these are the adjustable, and these three muscles belongs to three different regions, and they have the three different nerve supply. For example, this styloglossus muscle. Styloglossus muscles, it is the extrinsic muscle of the tongue. Remember the muscle of the tongue. It is the one of the extrinsic muscles, and it is supplied by 12th cranial nerve. Then stylohyoid muscles. This is stylohyoid muscles. It is the one of the example of the suprahyoid muscles. There are four suprahyoid muscles. One muscle is the stylohyoid muscles. It is supplied by the facial nerve, 7th cranial nerve. And this is stylophalangeus. This is stylophalangeus muscles. It is the one of the longitudinal muscles of the phalanx. And this stylophalangeus is supplied by the 9th cranial nerve. So these three muscles, one point is common, that takes origin from the styloid process, but the insertion, their nerve supply and their action varies. Now about the styloid process. In the osteology class, everyone has seen the styloid process and the mastoid process. This styloid process, it is a long, cylinder, pointed, bony process. It develops from the second pharyngeal arch. The second pharyngeal arch cartilage forms this styloid process. This styloid process is projected anteroinferiorly from the inferior aspect of the temporal bone. The length of this styloid process varies. It ranges from 2 to 3 millimeter up to an average of 2.5 centimeter. The base or the proximal part of the styloid process is encircled by the tympanic part of the temporal bone, while these muscles and the ligaments are attached to the distal part. Now see, this is the styloid process and this is the mastoid process. Between the styloid and the mastoid, it is the stylomastoid foramen. Now this is the tympanic plate, tympanic part of the temporal bone that forms the floor, anterior and the posterior wall of this external auditory meatus. And we see this base is encircled by this tympanic plate, while this distal part, the free part, it provides attachment to these muscles and the ligament. These are the styloid process. Now there are some important relations of this styloid process. Laterally, if you go the lateral relation, remember the parotid gland. The parotid gland posteromedial surface is molded between the two processes, that is the mastoid process and the styloid process. So laterally, this styloid process is overlapped by parotid gland. And from its posteromedial surface, two important structures enter. From its upper part, posteromedial surface, it is the facial nerve. And from its lower part of the posteromedial surface, it is the external carotid artery. So, the base of the styloid process, is crossed by facial nerve, seventh cranial nerve, laterally, while its apex of the styloid process is crossed by external carotid artery. So, in the laterally, it is the parotid gland, facial nerve related to its base, while the external carotid artery crosses its apex on the lateral side. Now the medially, this styloid process is related with the internal carotid artery. This internal carotid artery is present anteriorly. Medially, it is related with the internal jugular vein. This internal jugular vein, it is posterior. On the medial aspect, it is posterior. On the medial aspect, it is the anterior. Now, between these two, internal carotid artery and the external jugular vein, last four cranial nerves. That is the 9th, 10th, 11th and the 12th. These structures are related medially to the styloid process. So, it is the styloid process that is present between the external carotid artery and internal carotid artery, or we can say the styloid apparatus separates the external carotid artery that lies superficial from the internal carotid artery that lies deep to this styloid process. Now these three muscles and the two ligaments that are attached to this styloid process. This is styloglossus muscles. It takes origin from the anterior surface. Apex of styloid process. Along with this styloglossus muscles takes origin from this stylohyoid ligament. This styloglossus muscles, as we discussed earlier, it is the extrinsic muscles of the tongue supplied by the 12th cranial nerve. So its action is on the tongue. Now this stylohyoid ligament. This stylohyoid ligament stylohyoid muscles takes origin from the posterior surface of styloid process. Takes origin from the posterior surface, from between the base and the apex of the styloid process. The posterior surface gives origin to this stylohyoid muscles. This stylohyoid muscles origin from the stylohyoid process and they inserted on the hyoid bone, so it is known as the stylohyoid muscles. We have discussed these muscles in the suprahyoid muscles. This muscle is the muscle of the second arch, so it is supplied by the 7th cranial nerve, and its action will be on the hyoid bone. It elevates the hyoid bone. Now this stylopharyngeus muscle. This is stylopharyngeus muscles. It is the longitudinal muscle of the pharynx. It takes origin from the medial surface of base of styloid process. Stylopharyngeus muscle. And these muscles is inserted on the thyroid cartilage. So it elevates the thyroid, elevates the larynx and the pharynx, and it is the only muscles which is supplied by the 9th cranial nerve. Now this is stylohyoid ligament. This stylohyoid ligament takes origin from the tip of the styloid process and is inserted on the lesser cornua of the hyoid bone. This is the stylohyoid ligament, and this stylohyoid ligament gives origin to this muscle fiber, that is the middle constrictor. It gives origin to the fibers of these muscles, that is the styloglossus.